Welcome everyone to this Pilates workout for better posture. We're gonna start right here in a standing position. The legs will be hip distance apart. Let's bring the hands right behind the head. Take a big breath in, think of growing tall. And then as you breathe out, we're rolling down one vertebrae at a time, folding forward. At the bottom, take a big breath in, expand the rib cage, and exhale, stacking up one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to the top. One more time like that. Breathe out, roll down. At the bottom here, feel the belly scooping up as you let the head hang heavy and roll back up. And at the top now, let's open the chest, lift the heart. We roll back down, adding in that chest lift at the top. You can get some fluidity going here. Let your breath set the pace of your movement. 2 more. This should feel really nice. And 1 more here, rolling down, feeling that nice stretch through the spine, through the hamstrings. Scoop that belly, feel the abdominals engage. Open at the top, feeling that nice stretch. Beautiful. Come all the way up, release the arms. Now big arm circles, inhale, stretch, and exhale, circle around. 3, 2, get that Pilates breath flowing. It's gonna carry us through this workout, guide the pace of our movement, get that oxygen. We're reversing. The breath also helps your core muscles engage and just gets you centered and present on your mat. So many benefits to the Pilates breath and just deep breathing in general. And bring those arms down. Now from here, bring the arms one on top of the other in this genie position, and let's rise up to a little kitten heel releve. Now slowly lower down. Think of pressing the heels against something heavy. Inhale, spread the toes and lift, and exhale, slowly lower down. So I want you to think about balancing the weight right in the center of the ball of the foot, trying to avoid rolling out to your pinky toes. I want you to feel the legs engage, the glutes, the thighs. Of course, the calf muscles are working here. Good, 4 more. Feel your abdominals wrap. 3, think of drawing up through the thighs, up through the crown of the head as you resist the heels down. 2 more before we add on. This feels really good. I love starting with standing work, gets you right into it. All right, now we're gonna add those arm circles together with the releves, the heel lifts. So let's rise up, circle the arms, and lower down. So notice here how this takes a little bit more balance as we add the arm movements in. Draw those sitting bones together, activate through the thighs. Good, your core is working here to help you balance. Let's reverse the arms. You can always have your hand on something to help you balance if the arm circles just aren't working for you today. So on a chair, on the wall, your desk, the countertop, wherever you're doing this workout, make it work for you. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Okay, shake it out. Shake those feet out. We're gonna continue on with standing work. Let's cross those arms back into genie position. I'm gonna turn to the side to show you a profile view here. We're going into a squat, a traditional squat. We're sitting back into that imaginary chair. We're pressing up, squeezing the glutes. Inhale, we hinge it back. Chest is proud. Exhale, rise up. Notice your knees. They're tracking right over the middle of the foot. Inhale it down. So I'm exaggerating my breath here so that you can really hear it to remind you to breathe as well. You want that big inhale through the nose and that audible exhale through your pursed lip. Good. Let's go for 4 here. Stand on up. And 3, nice and slow and controlled. 2, check your neck. Should be long. As you come on down, you're gazing out on the floor in front of you. Now we add on, we come down, we shift to one leg, lift the other leg out to the side for balance. Down into your squat, legs hip distance, shift to the other leg, press. So you're doing a little abduction, a little movement out to the side. And as you balance on that leg that's on the floor, I want you to feel that outer glute engage there as well. So both glutes working, core is on. Let's do about 4 more of these. 4, as you press the balancing foot into the mat, think of getting a little taller. And 3, So we're controlling the movement, right? No throwaway movements here. Every muscle that we want to target is on. We're thinking about what we're doing. Awesome job. Come to the end of your mat. Join me in a roll down to make our way down onto hands and knees. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale, roll one vertebrae at a time down to the mat, and let's walk out and meet in an all fours position in the center of your mat. Check that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Let's take a breath in here, lift through the heart. Take a breath out, curl the tailbone under, and curl from tail to head into a cat stretch. Inhale, the tail unravels, the lower back, middle back, upper back, bring you out to a flat spine. Press into the mat with the hands, lift the heart. Exhale, curl the tail, scoop the abdominals. Feel that compression of the belly as you drop the head, drop the tail, and find this nice rounded cat stretch. Inhale all the way out. So we're finding that sequential movement. Notice here, I'm moving one bone at a time from tail to head. It feels so good. And last time we unravel, lift the heart, and we come into a neutral spine, getting ready to lift one leg. So let's start with our left leg. We lift it out behind us and up to hip height. Straight leg, square the hip, lift through the abdominals, lift through the armpits. Let's bend the knee into the chest and exhale, send it out. Think of the glute, hamstring, and core working. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. We're doing about 8 here, and then we'll add on. Just getting warm in this position. 4 and 3. Check in with that breath. Let it set the pace. You've got it. Last one like this. Let's hold the leg behind us. Now we bend and reach. Hamstring, bend and reach. Check that you're still engaged through your core. You're not dumping into your lower back or dropping down into the shoulders. Let's do 4, 3. Good. Long neck. Gaze out in front of you on the mat. We always want to check in with our neck. Now hold, flex the foot, reach the opposite hand, the right hand out, turn the thumb up, reach the fingertips forward, the heel back. Now let's tap and lift, tap and lift. A little faster. Good job. You're doing great. 4 and 3. We're feeling that core now. 2 and the glute and the hammy. 1, we hold, we open to the width of the mat and in, open and in, opening the foot and the hand in opposition. Open and in. 4, think of pressing the hand and the balancing knee into the mat as you lift up out of the hip and the armpit. 1, hold in center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. Woo, feeling that, right? So now what you're gonna do is turn onto your right forearm, and it's gonna come parallel with the top edge of your mat. Okay, if you're facing away from me, that's okay. Either just listen or turn around and face me. Now we're opening up that left leg. So it's the same gesture leg, same working leg here. Okay, everything is really working though, including your stabilizing leg. So you've got your right forearm on the mat, your left hand, knee is up at hip height. Chest is square to the mat as we reach the leg long, bend it in. Reach, keep that knee high, keep that ankle high, reach. Zip up through your core, wrap the waist in. Nice job. We have 4 and 3, feeling that glute. 2, the stabilizing glute is working too. You might feel that. Now reach that leg, hold it there. We tap and lift, tap and lift. Notice the control in my core. I'm not dumping or rounding. I'm just staying very strong. 4, you got it. 3, should we add some pulses at the end? I know you're saying yes. Hold, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Don't sink into those shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now turn on to that bottom glute. So you're on the right glute now. You're still on the right forearm. Whew, you're gonna stack those legs, okay? We'll be coming up into a little modified side plank and adding a clamshell. Start with your hand just on your hip. Make sure that your elbow is right underneath your shoulder. Let's push down into that forearm. Feel the lats engaged, feel the shoulder nice and strong. Lifting up, bottom hip turns on, open the top knee, squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward and lower. You got it. Lift and lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, nice job, 2, and 1. Holding here, reach the top leg out, reach the arm up. You know I love these. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you got it. 2, you feel that bottom glute, little circles. 8, 7, 6, you have a pause button. You can always take a break, but I think you're probably with me. And reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, get long, toes to head, hold there, bring it together. Nice. Okay, let's just come up, stretch out that side, underside of your waist. Feels so good. And meet me back on all fours. I'm actually gonna turn the other way. That way, when we go into the side work, I can still see you. So you might wanna do the same thing. And from here now, we're reaching the right leg back. So let's start with that. Reach it up, square the hips, lift, armpits, core, and we're gonna bend neutral spine and reach. Inhale, bend, exhale, reach. You got it. 4 more. Reach. 3, 2, 1. Hold there, square. Reach back to that heel, so really lengthen. Think of someone pulling that leg out of the hip socket as the opposite arm lifts. Thumb comes up. We tap and lift. Tap and lift. Good. Now, I did forget that kick, but we'll add it in at the end. No worries. 3 and 2. Stay long and lifted. Stay strong through the core. Hold. We go out and in. Open and close. Keep reaching. Fingertips and heel as far away from one another as you can. And 3. Good. 2. You got it. 1. Now hold in center. Put that hand down for a second. Let's go into that kick. Kick and reach. 6 and 5. We're not looking for perfection here. This is real life. 3 and 2. Feeling the hamstring. And 1. Reach it out. We have our hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forearm comes down. We lift that leg up, opening through the hip, but staying square through the chest, okay? So from here, we bend and reach. You've got it. Bend. Love these. So good. 4, keep that knee and ankle high, feeling the glute. 3, good. Try not to sink into the left hip. 1, hold it there. We tap and lift. Tap, lift. Nice job. 6 and 5. You still breathing? 4. Are you with me? 2, 1. Let's hold it up. 8, 7, 6, 5. We like our pulses. 4. Really feeling that glute. 2 and 1. Lower down and come right on to that side. We're gonna set up for our side plank, okay? Elbow underneath the shoulder, push down into that forearm. Obliques and lats are gonna work here. Bottom hip is also going to work. The legs are stacked and slightly bent. We open. As you're squeezing up, I want you to think of the glutes on, the hips pressing slightly forward. Inhale, lower down, draw the belly in. 6, 5, you've got it. 4 more. 3 and 2. Working all those muscles to support our core, support our posture. We're coming up. Hold, reach, arm comes up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Those slow counts will get you. 8 circles. 7, 6, 5. Stay lifted. Feel that underside glute working. 2 and 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You've got it. 3, 2, and hold, and come on down. Ooh, that glute was fatigued because it was already working. So hopefully you felt that too in a good way. Come up and over for that stretch. Nicely done. Okay, we're gonna come onto our tummy, working through some extension. Come on down. Arms will come into our W shape. Legs are long, hip distance apart and parallel, which just means that the toes and the knees are facing towards the mat. Now from here, we're lifting up to a little extension. Arms are weightless, but they are on the mat, and coming on down. Inhale, lift the chest. You're looking at the end of your mat. Your bottom ribs are still connected to the mat. It's nice and low. And lift. Stay open through the collarbones. Roll those shoulders back. Good. Let's do one more here. Inhale. And exhale, lower it down. Now bring the arms by the sides, palms will face up. Let the shoulders roll forward and your nose is just hovering off the mat. From here, let's work through those triceps. Turn those palms in, roll the shoulders open, and press the triceps up as you come to a low, long line. So you're hovering, pushing the tops of the feet into the mat. You're still gazing straight down on this one. Lower down, relax, let the shoulders round. Open up as you inhale, lengthen, feel the abdominals draw in and up off the mat, and come on down. Energize your legs. Should feel your glutes on a little here, your thighs on. Let's do two more. Lift. You're doing so well. Doesn't this feel good? And one more posture. We're working posture here. Turn the palms up. Stay in your low hover. Press the tops of the feet into the mat as you pulse through the triceps. Press, 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 press. We have three more. 2, 1. Hold and press. Lift those legs. Stretch them long. Reach the arms out in front of you. Find that oppositional length. Let's start to do our swimming, slow swimming. Opposite arm and leg lift. Switch, 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 switch. Keep breathing. 4, 3, you got it. 2, and 1. Hold, lengthen, get everything as long as possible. Come all the way down. Nice job. Let's take a quick shell stretch. Sitting on the heels, fingertips in front of your knees. Scoop the belly, create this nice shell with your spine. So good. That felt amazing. Okay, let's flip over and do just a little bit of core work, a little bit of bridging. Love them both. So get centered on your mat. From here, find the abdominals, zip them up, wrap them in neutral in your spine, meaning you have a bit of space between your lower spine and the mat. How much space is up to you, whatever feels comfortable for you. Keep the tailbone heavy, let that be your guide. Lift one leg, the other leg, open the arms, press the palms down into the mat. Both knees come over to the left, the opposite glute will lift, but the shoulder will stay down into the mat. Use the opposite side obliques to bring the legs back up. Legs go the other way. Opposite side of the waist connects. Inhale, squeeze the inner thighs. And exhale, come to center. Notice my ribs here. I have to really work to keep the backs of the ribs into the mat. So just think of softening the front of the ribs, heavying the back of the ribs. Keep going with this. And if you find it hard to keep the knees together, try squeezing something, a pillow, a rolled up towel, a Pilates ball between them, and that will really help you. A yoga block, whatever you have. And find your breath. Inhale. This is your last one. Exhale, come to center. Great job. Let's hug the knees into the chest. You can do little circles with those knees if you want. You can rock side to side, whatever feels good. Quick break, and we come back up through center, establishing that deep connection through the core. And here we go. Hands on the lower tummy to feel it engaged. We do toe taps and up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. As the leg goes down to tap, see if you can keep the belly engaged. We inhale into the rib cage. Exhale, deepen the belly. 2 more. 1 more like this. Now both legs, reach them out just a little bit. Pull them in. Inhale, a little harder to manage, right? You're doing great. Inhale, reach, zip it up, pull the knees in. If it feels good for you, you could go all the way. Or you could do a tap. See how that feels. Inhale, tap. Kind of play around with it. I'm going to go back to my halfway reach. If your lower back is feeling this too much, back off. Go back to your single leg toe taps. Come on in, hug the knees. Let's bring the legs down for a second just to reset. Maybe give yourself a windshield wiper if you're feeling that in your lower back, your hip flexors. Come up through center, single leg stretch with the option to add a chest lift. So let's find our core, lift the legs up. I'm gonna bring my hands behind my head and lift my chest. It's up to you. You could keep your head down. Reach one leg, bring it to center. Reach the other, really stretch it long. Feel that whole leg engage. Reach and in. Notice my core isn't popping, my abs aren't popping. Reach and in. Reach. If you're holding your head up with your hands, let your hands take the weight of your head. Think of drawing the ribs down towards the hips to help you get that nice flexion. Last one like this. From here, we're gonna go a little faster. Maybe frame the leg with the hands, one leg. The other one reaches. We inhale through center, we exhale, switch. And switch. And switch. You can always modify back into those toe taps or any variation of what we've done so far. 4, 3, nice job. 2, 1, hands behind the head, add a twist. Inhale through center, exhale, we come up and over. Inhale, keep the backs of those hips really nice and steady on the mat. Think of armpit to opposite knee. Good. I'm feeling this. Hopefully you are too. I've lost count. We're gonna do 4 more here. 4, you're doing so well. 3, these slow and steady movements will really get you. 2, and 1. Come to center, hug the knees in, lower down. Ooh, wiggle it out. Feet down. You want to think about those heels right in line with your sitting bones. Feet a little closer to your seat. We're setting up for hip rolls here. So let's curl the tailbone under. Roll through the spine. Doesn't this feel amazing? At the top, your ribs are soft. Your hips are lifted. Glutes are engaged. Think of drawing the sit bones together. Reach the arms back. Keep reaching the fingertips behind you as you melt the spine down all the way through to your heavy tail and bring the arms back by the sides. Good. Engage through the glutes as you roll up. Inhale to reach. Knees reach forward, fingertips reach back. Sink down through the upper back, middle back, lower back. Release to your heavy tailbone in neutral. Hands by your sides. 2 more. Spinal articulation with that nice stretch. This is one of my favorite ways to do hip rolls, which are one of my favorite exercises. On the mat, roll up, really drive into those heels as you stretch the knees away from the fingers, melt it down. Hands right beside you. And from here, we push into the feet, we push into the hands, rise up to a bridge. We're hinging. We're holding at the top in our hinge bridge. And now from here, the right leg is going to lift up. Okay, option 1, we tap and lift, knee bends. That leg that's on the mat, that glute is working super hard. Okay, really think about that. Don't let the hip drop. The lifting leg, don't let that hip drop. Okay, so we have 2 more and 1 more. Lower the foot down, lower the hips down. We're working on the same side. We're doing a second set. Lift up. You can keep going with that, or option 2 would be to lift the leg up. Straight leg, we flex and lower, point and lift. Flex and lower, point and lift a little harder. And 5, you can always stick with those taps. You're still working super hard. 3, I'm feeling this. 2, our glutes are getting a great workout today. Last one, hold, lift high, 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 bend the knee. Lower that foot, toe ball, heel. Before we set the hips down, let's just feel that lift. Squeeze, press into the mat, hinge and lower. Breathe in, we're working on the other side now. Press it up. Press into the stabilizing foot. Lift the opposite leg. Let's tap. 8 and 7. Good. 6, 5. You've got it. 4. If your hamstring is just screaming at you, come down. Reset. Maybe pull that heel a little closer to the bum. Last one. Toe ball, heel to the mat. Set the hips down. Set number 2. We're almost done. Big breath in. Push it up. And we press into the stabilizing foot. Lift, feel that glute. Hips are square. Reach the leg up as an option. Flex and lower, point and lift. Flex and lower, point and lift. 6. Use your hands. Use the back of the arms. 4 and 3. You've got it. 2. Are you smiling? 1. Little glistening maybe. Starting to sweat a little. Foot down, toe ball, heel. Let's roll through the spine again. Feels so good, doesn't it? Okay, we're grabbing behind one knee, using it to help us up. Let's come over onto hands and knees. Step back into a plank. So you're here with me or you're here with me on the knees. It's an express class. We're moving quickly. So take your time if you need to set up and join back in when you're ready. Okay, so in our plank, we've got this nice long spine, the front, back sides of the body, everything is working. So we're not pushing up so high that we're rounded, but we're also not sinking. Okay, so think of pressing the mat away from you with the hands and the feet, drawing up through the armpits, the core. Glutes and thighs are on. Let's do 8 more counts. 8, 7, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees if needed. You're walking your hands back towards your feet to come into a forward fold. Whew, let's hang out here for a sec. Clasp opposite elbows and just let it hang. Lift up to the tummy. Let your arms and your head hang heavy here. Let's sway over one leg with the upper body and over the other. Find that sway. Come through center. Release the arms. Roll all the way up. Reach the arms up to the sky, and let's end with my very favorite stretch. I call it around the world. You can call it something else, but that's how it feels to me. So legs are wide, arms are wide. One arm drops down as the other one lifts up, and you come into this nice, beautiful side bend. Now I want you to twist towards that opposite leg. Scoop the belly, we flex forward over the foot, sweep the fingertips across to the other foot, and then the inside arm cartwheels us back up to the top. Let's switch directions up, get tall, then we come over, scoop, round, sweep those fingers, feel the stretch through the back of the legs, the spine. Whew, 2 more times up, a little faster. Twist, sweep it around and cartwheel up. So good, right? Over, twist, sweep, and up. Nice job. Bring those feet right back underneath the hips. Bend into the knees. Let's reach up to the sky. Bring the hands together right in front of your heart. Good job, everybody. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today for this workout, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you're feeling tall and energized and wonderful. You should be really proud of yourself for making this time just for you, and I hope that you'll join me again.